Before we start, I need to show you this freaking awesome thing that we've got to put up on the wall outside. How incredible is this? There's nothing to do with the video, just really wanted to show you. We've got loads of different ways of creating awesome content for Dungeons and Dragons campaigns, even those of us who aren't particularly artistic. There are awesome map programs like Incarnate. There are fantastic random NPC generators that will give you backstories and descriptions of their physical features. One thing I always feel like we haven't got that would be really useful is a portrait creator, something where you could sit and drag the facial features and the clothing of NPCs, like a character creator in something like Skyrim or The Sims, and then you could capture that image and you've got something to show your players when they meet somebody from a tavern or, you know, the Duke of the Duketon. What's a place called where Dukes live? Pretty much what I do, and what I imagine most of you do, is go onto Google and type in like elf, rogue, or whatever you need, and then pick one of the numerous images that are there and just use those. Chances are it's come from DeviantArt, and they're all incredible, really, really talented people out there. But I always find they look a little bit catalogue modelling. They're always like really handsome, and personally I always play and create ugly fuckers. So something a bit more customizable would be perfect. And thanks to HeroForge 2.0, we don't have that, but we have something close. HeroForge is an awesome bit of online software where you can design and print your own 3D miniatures. It's got a range of different features. You can pick the race, the clothes they wear, height, weight, things like that. And then if you've got a 3D printer at home or you know somebody who has one, you can download the file needed to print it yourself for a few dollars, or the company themselves will actually print them for you and send them in the post. All well and good. I've used them a lot myself already. I always get my D&D characters made up as HeroForges, and I've done some other things with them as well. It's a really great bit of software and I really love using it. Today the 2.0 version came out of beta and it adds colour printed minis. This is really fantastic technology. I don't really know how it works, but the actual plastic that the models are made of is actually coloured. There's a huge machine that can print lots of different colours on the miniature as it's printing. They also do a paid painting service as well, but the main new feature are these coloured minis. Now, personally, I don't think they really look fantastic, if I'm honest. I think for the price tag of around $50, what you're really getting is a slightly low resolution pre-base painted model. You're going to have to be adding some washes and some highlights to these, and that begs the question, if you're willing and able to do washes and highlights, then why not just get the plain mini and paint it yourself completely? But still, if you've got the money and no interest in painting, you can now go and get yourself a colour miniature. That's not the bit I'm really excited about. The bit I'm really excited about is the fact that you can preview the colours in the software and it allows you to screenshot them. So instantly, we've almost got the custom NPC generator that I've been longing for so long. You can't edit the facial features as much as I would like, but you can still get some really great looking characters. Not only that, HeroForge obviously preempted people like me using it like this. So for a couple of dollars a month, they have a pro version that allows you to put cool frames around and different backgrounds, but more importantly, it allows you to put no background on there completely and save the file as a PNG, so you can use that with a transparent background any way you would like. And you can also take a screenshot right from the top down. So if you play digitally, like I do quite a bit at the moment, you can actually take your custom character and place them straight into something like Roll20 or another virtual tabletop system. To show you through the process, what I'm doing here is building a miniature for my own homebrew world, Ashtan. For the most part, Ashtan is a relatively straight up fantasy fare. Player characters start off in taverns, they go around killing goblins, all that kind of stuff. But on a macro level, the key feature of Ashtan is that its pantheon of gods are present and existent on the world. The overriding story is a pastiche on organised religion, and not really something we have to go into here, but what I'm saying is this is one of the gods. The first god, in fact, the grandfather, or Sigar Lo. All of the gods in my world are stereotypes of gods or cerebral figures in our own world. And the grandfather here is a kind of mix of Old Father Time and Yahweh and Jesus Christ. He's an old hooded figure with a long beard. His eyes are bound and he carries a sand timer. I've already done some artwork myself. I'm no artist, but I can muddle my way through something like this. So I had an idea of what I wanted him to look like. But with HeroForge's new color options, I was basically able to 3D model him. Now, I've messed around with things like like Blender and ZBrush and can't really get anywhere with them. So something like this is perfect for me. You can pick some pre-planned color schemes and tweak them a little bit, or you can go right down to having a paintbrush and picking each individual piece. Not only can you choose its color from a pretty wide selection, you can also choose the finish of it as well. And again, this is where HeroForge really have realized that you're going to be using this just for the image that it creates as opposed to the actual miniature. You can have things be shiny and reflective like metal. There are see-through-y colors for things like potion bottles or flame effects. The wood and the leather has a matte texture. It's really quite fantastic. And it makes sure you know that if you go ahead and have one of these color printed miniatures, it ain't going to look like this. The colors come out very matte and quite washed out, to be honest. So all of the special effects that they're adding here, the opacity and the refraction and all that, it's purely just for this look. I think it's turned out awesome. I've got a 3D model of my character that I can take images of pretty much in any angle I can think of. I can do a great top-down view. If I wanted to add him into Roll20, if my PCs ever decide that they're going to try and kill a god, trust me, my PCs will try and kill a god. I think they turned out really well. My current D&D campaign, I'm actually a player character in it. It's being DM'd by a good friend of mine, Masked Bandit, and the players are spread all around the world. Actually just Canada and America, but still spread all across Canada and America. So we play digitally using a lot of theatre of the mind and Discord chat, but we also do use Roll20 for bigger combat pieces. So I've gone through and made all of our player characters in the game and made them into top-down views so we can put them in. We haven't got to use the 10 or so that you get with Roll20 for free. I'll happily pay a few dollars a month to be able to get awesome pictures of my miniatures like this, and I'm going to keep printing them off myself. The files are $7 or something Canadian. Personally, I don't quite think the colour printing is there yet. It's not quite good enough quality for the amount of money they have to charge, but they're kind of the first ones out the gate with this sort of thing. I'm sure it'll get cheaper and better, and I think it's really great that HeroForge are pushing forward with this sort of stuff. There you go. Let me know if you've enjoyed this one. Let me know if it's something you're going to use. I sure as hell am going to be using it a lot. Appreciate you watching. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you do give us a like. It really does help out. And keep it here with a subscribe for more from the Game Chamber.